Jenny was jolted awake by a searing pain tearing through her lower body. She quickly realized her hands and feet were bound. Frantically, she looked around, only to find herself surrounded by other kidnapped girls. A man in black walked in without a word and dragged the girl next to Jenny out of the room. Moments later, blood-curdling screams echoed from outside. Jenny completely broke down. Just then, a woman approached and untied her. As they carefully made their way toward an escape, the door began to creak open again. Terrified, they hid behind it. The woman was yanked out first. After a single scream, she went silent. Then Jenny was dragged out and thrown onto the floor. The woman's body was hauled outside. When Jenny heard no more sounds, she got up and searched desperately for an exit, but every window was sealed shut. She rushed to the bathroom, hoping to find another way out, only to be met with a sight that made her blood run cold. To make matters worse, the windows there were sealed too. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the building. She crept out to investigate and discovered that among the pile of bodies, one woman was still alive. But instead of rushing to untie her, Jenny first pushed a table against the door with all her strength. Only after barricading it did she go back to free the woman. She had barely helped the woman onto the bed when pounding came from outside the door. Both of them froze in terror. Jenny quickly pried open a ventilation shaft and climbed in with ease. Just as she reached down to pull the woman up, a deranged man grabbed her from below and yanked her away. A pitchfork pierced the woman's shoulder, but she didn't dare make a sound. Through a gap in the vent, she could see the psycho below, gripping the pitchfork and staring upward. To survive, she gritted her teeth and shoved her own fingers into the wound, letting blood stream down onto the metal panel, all to make it look like she was already dead. When the man saw the blood pooling, he assumed she'd been killed. He turned and left the room. As soon as he was gone, she crawled back down from the vent. If she didn't stop the bleeding soon, she'd bleed out. What she didn't know was that the psycho was still waiting just outside the door.